Okay, so this is week 4 in MIU, term 1212. My name is Kenneth Stoddard, and this is my Project 4 reflection video. And so the question is, what was the easiest and why? And so I've got a little screenshot here of my application, and basically the easiest thing for me in this project was the branding and the use of the design principles, deep background there, which for me created a nice contrast in my application and also kind of drew you into the app. And so I say here that it was fun to design and that I enjoy logo type, which is one of the things I also carried from mobile design and development, was how to manipulate type. And so I'd say those were the easiest things for me. What was the most difficult and why? Um, in this project, this is not necessarily in regards to the design, but, well, it is, but um, it was more or less in regards to the coding. I have in the heading, overriding JQ mobile styles. And so this was one of the most difficult things for me, was figuring out how to override those styles. I have two ways listed here. You see first in the CSS style right here in the middle that I have the important included in the style rule. And so basically that tells the browser that this style rule needs to be called no matter what. And then also I made use of the cascade. And so basically, if you're not sure what the cascade is, but you need to look that up, but just real quickly, it deals with how the CSS styles and when they're referenced. And so basically what I did was I targeted the style, and then I made sure that it was later on in the cascade. I have a little note that this was also my aha moment. And so basically what happened was right down here in my app where it says view reminders and view personal, I've got the little yellow square right there around it. Basically, I was able to target that by placing the same style rule further down in the cascade. I just placed it in my style sheet, which was being called after the JQ mobile styles. And so when it got to my style for the same style rule, my styles won. And so that was basically the most difficult thing for me. Let's see here, what information from previous courses did you implement? I already talked about the logo type, but I guess the main thing would be in this one was the use of the design principle of balance. Oh man, that's not right. That should actually be of contrast. I apologize for that. Basically, that was the one principle that I made use of the most in my application. Implementation justification, let's go ahead and take a look at that, and we'll see what I was just trying to say in regards to contrast. Basically, the few hues, many values, deep background, and streamlined branding. Basically, I wanted a strong contrast. I wanted subtlety, and I wanted it to be bright but elegant. And I think I accomplished that with the gradients, the dark, lighter blue into the darker blue, which would be an example of few hues, many values in one sense. Also, the deep background there in the middle with the dark gray call to action. I think that creates a nice contrast within the application. Also, with the blues and the gray, and then the light gradient down in the bottom where it says view reminders, view personal. I think that gave it a nice, elegant look. And so basically that's where I went with this design. And then last but not least, let me just say thank you. Again, my name is Kenneth Stoddard, and I hope this was beneficial.